All right, guys, moment of impact. I mean, that's the whole swing. And all that matters is that crucial one little second there, not even a millisecond. So today, we're here at Sleepy Hollow with Director of Instruction and Top 100 Coach, Kevin Sprecher. So we're armed with a little tool here.
Yep.
We've got the Rapsodo MLM2PRO set up, which has a camera on it that's gonna show us that moment of impact.
Yeah, it's great.
And you know, it's an area where I struggle from time to time, consistency of impact. So I've got an 8-iron here. I'd like you to take a look at some of my swings, diagnose maybe, you know, areas where I can improve, and maybe even hit us with some tips that people can use if they're really working on getting their impact.
Okay, yeah, impact's what it's all about. So let's go ahead and hit a couple and take a look.
So now you know me pretty well. If I struggle, it's more on the thin side.
Yep.
I will chunk them every once in a while, but I tend to get a little thin. So tell me what you're seeing there.
Well, it's actually pretty cool. So one is we can see that it went left.
Yep.
So we know for the ball to curve left, the face has to be closed to the path. Okay. And then when we go to the impact vision here on the Rapsodo, we can kind of see the face where the toe of the club gets a little bit closer to the ball than the heel.
So kind of shutting.
It kind of shuts.
Okay.
Right? So if you look at that again, you'll see as the club comes down, the toe gets in there.
Yeah.
Now you brush the grass, so you don't necessarily always have to take a divot. Everyone's like, oh, I didn't take a divot. It doesn't really matter because you can still hit down and not take a divot.
Right.
Or you can still have a good impact condition and not take a divot. It's just how your body works.
I think Tiger shocked the world when he said, when I'm hitting it well, I don't take divots.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, and that's kind of consistent with my miss pattern. If I miss, I tend to miss left.
Right, so there's different things that can make the face get a little bit closed that way. One could be your hands could be back just a little bit at impact. So that would indicate to me that maybe there's not enough chest rotation on the downswing. Okay, because when your chest rotates, you can get your hands a little bit more forward, the face tends to stay a little bit more open.
Okay.
Or maybe you're not shifting your weight enough forward on your downswing. That can have effect to it. Sometimes just knowing, hey, the impact vision shows my face is a little bit, just knowing that it's a little bit closed, go ahead another shot and let's just see if you just kind of intuitively change.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just see what happens.
Like
that one went 27 yards left.
Okay.
So it tells you how closed it was.
Without a doubt.
Okay.
And like some of, you know, like me, like who are just more casual golfers, we don't necessarily always feel the subtle nuances. So I think seeing it there kind of does help me.
Right.
So here you're just not having me change anything, just know it.
Just know that your face is a little bit closed. Go ahead and go through. I mean, you know what your swing tendencies are.
Yep.
You know, your body slows down a little bit, the hands go past the body a little bit and closes the face.
Okay.
All right, so we can see a difference in the shot.
Definitely. So definitely not nearly as far offline there.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking about turning.
Yeah, so that was 10 yards. So that's 17 yards less to the left. And here you can see in the shot vision again, the face just doesn't look as closed. You did take a little bit of grass.
Yep. I'm a brusher, I'm a sweeper.
Yeah. The other thing that I like about the shot vision is as it goes through, you can tell about contact on the face because you don't see the head twist.
Yeah.
On a toe hit, right? So if the ball hits the toe of the club's going to open up like this, and you'll see that on this shot vision. Where if you hit it in the heel, it closes down. So, and that creates some gear effect on the ball. Toe hits tend to curve too much to the left. Heel hits curve to the right because of gear effect.
Yeah.
And when you look at the impact vision here, you can see there's very little twist to the face.
Face case stays stable.
Right. Which is telling me that you're making center contact, which is good.
Yeah.
So just telling you that your face was closed, you already fixed it.
Right.
Now, I may have said a couple of things about turning and doing what else to kind of get into your head there.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's something as simple as that, where a tool like this really helps you kind of figure out. We all have our tendencies. If you take even just a couple lessons, we know what they are.
Yeah.
So if we know why the balls go into the left, we know how to fix it.
Right. It's true. It's like sometimes they say like just be an athlete, like your body figure it out.
Yeah. Look, everything we do in life, we have to know what right and wrong is to know where the middle is for golf. So if we know how to hit it to the left, we know how to hit it to the right, then we can hit it straight. When I get people that come and say, I want to hit it straight, and they're slicing, and I'm like, okay, well, let's hook it first. Then you know how to hook it. Now let's intentionally try to hit it to the right, so you know what kind of the bookends are, and then you know you got to be somewhere in between. It's amazing. And you can do that with this. So this will give you a visual. Like, go up there and hit one and intentionally hit it to the right, and let's see what the face looks like on the impact vision.
It's amazing to me how much the body will do just kind of what you want it to do if you let it.
Exactly.
So here we're just trying to like kind of keep it out to the right a little bit.
Yeah. All right, so I definitely went to the right.
Yep, a little bit different than my normal swing, so I was a little thin, but it got to go to the right.
And we're just working off, yes, this says 20 yards to the right.
Yep.
So if we look at the impact here, so you can see the face is clearly pointing to the right.
Yeah.
And it closed down slower through impact.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look at that again, you'll see how it's definitely pointing to the right as it approaches the ball.
I see that, the toe especially, I see.
Right, and the toe hangs open longer through impact.
Yeah.
All right, so now do the opposite.
So now we're going to close it down more.
Close it down a little bit.
Okay.
And we should be able to see that with the high-speed camera, or we will be able to see that with the high-speed camera, how the face looks different. All right, so it clearly went left.
Yep, so there's that.
Intentionally, too.
Absolutely, just tried to draw, hook it as much as I could.
And so, as a player, what did you feel different between the one that went right and the one that went left?
For me, I felt like I turned my hands over more.
Okay. Simple.
Yeah.
And then here you can see clearly that the toe's over more.
Yes. Closes down.
It closes down. The ball started. You can see how the ball started more left relative to where, right? Because the ball starts where the face is pointing.
Yeah.
So the other one started towards the right bucket. This one started a little bit more towards the left bucket.
Definitely more closure, but the face still stayed fairly stabilized.
Yeah.
Just more closure.
Right. So it tells me you hit it in the center. Right.
But we closed
You
that
didn't
down.
toe hook it.
Yeah.
It was more of a face angle was closed to hook it, but you still hit it in the center.
I gotcha.
And that's important to know the difference. So now that you know how to hit it left and right, let me see you hit it straight.
Okay. That's always the hardest one, right, Kevin?
Or, yeah, it is.
Hit it straight. Everyone wants to hit it straight.
Better way to say it is let me see you curve it less.
Curve it less. I like that.
Look
It's about as straight as I can hit it, Kevin.
We're done after that.
That's about as straight as I can hit it.
So that was 2 yards left. Perfect.
It was so cool though for me, like to be able to feel them right next to each other. First we felt it right, then we felt it left, and now I kind of, my mind knew where the two barriers were.
Yeah, and then if we go to the impact vision here, you can see, again, center contact, the ball going straight. You can see how the face reacts going through there. You can see the curvature of the shot here.
It's dead straight on line there.
Yeah.
But this is a way that now I can kind of start to feel where that face is, how the closure rate you talked about, and just kind of work that and let my body kind of do what it needs to do, reacting to what I see here.
And I think the best thing to do is like what we did. Hit one intentionally to the right, intentionally to the left, and then go straight. You kind of get the Goldilocks effect in there.
That's awesome. Hey, that's where tech and knowledge come together, and then you get a great effect. Kevin, I appreciate you helping me diagnose this. And guys, go check it out yourself. If you have an MLM2 Pro, use that camera because it's amazing how much you'll see. And like Kevin showed us here, once you see it, you can kind of understand it, and your body can kind of, you can trust to know what to do.
And you can start to visualize it, which helps.
Yeah, and even better, if you can use it with your coach, you're gonna get better even faster.
Exactly.
Kevin, thanks so much.
Good stuff. You're welcome, Frank.